What's happening, good people? Let's go on a flight. Let me take you along with me as we go to Ethiopia for the first time with our Sankofa Experiences here at Urban Intellectuals. 13-hour flight. Wasn't that bad, to be all honest with you. This is us landing here in Ethiopia for the first time. Really looking forward to the adventure ahead. And really excited, right? It was wonderful going over the desert, then coming into the city and seeing the mountains in the distance. We flew Ethiopian Air, 13 hours direct flight from Dulles Airport there in Washington, D.C. This is the area that I sat in. I just had an economy seat and a flight, so you can imagine the first class or business class is much more comfortable, but that wasn't bad at all. I didn't have anyone sitting next to me. This is us getting ready to walk into the airport. We made it. Super excited to be here and get there, getting ready to go through the customs line. Not a really big deal. I had my visa paperwork. I had all of my information in order. This is inside of the airport. Had to head over to baggage claim to go ahead and grab our bags and all that good stuff. So you can see very clean airport, very nice. People were very friendly. One thing that I noticed is, man, they look just like us. And I'm talking about us as Africans in America. They look just like us. If you spun you around and you if they had the similar accents, I don't think you would really realize exactly where you were. This is outside of the airport as we're getting ready to board the shuttle. We had our people come and pick us up. It was a couple of us. We landed at 7 a.m. in the morning, their time in Addis Ababa, which is the capital city of Ethiopia. Again, my first time there. Very excited to be here and to engage in this journey. This is us on the way to the airport. I just wanted to give you an overview of what it looked like riding along in Addis Ababa there in Ethiopia for the first time. So you can check it out. I'll let a little music play and you can enjoy the ride as we roll up to the Radisson Blu.
Country, East Africa, have about 3,000 years history. And the capital city is here called Addis Ababa. This is the home of more than 100 embassies, international NGOs, and African Union. So the name Addis Ababa is named by the wife of the founder of this town called Menelik II, and his wife is called Empress Taitu. Yeah, Empress Taitu, right? So first time when his wife walking around as a hot spring water, she looked very beautiful, mossa flower, and she said it's a new flower. Addis means new in Amharic. Ababa means flower. So Addis Ababa means a new flower. Since then we call it Addis Ababa. Sometimes we just name our kids. They're born around September. September is the beginning of our new year. Everything is green and flower. If somebody is born in September, we call them Ababa, means flower. So the altitude here is about 2,300 meters above sea level, and it goes to up to 3,200 meters above sea level. So almost climb to heaven. The town is about 527 square kilometers square, with a population more than 4 million, and all the nations are coming. Yeah, we call it the mini Ethiopia. So you have a chance to see all the history, the tradition, the culture. This is the hub of the commercial. If you have any questions that you want to know, very happy.
You said 4 million?
More than 4 million. We don't have recent statistics, but more than 4 million.
More than 4 million.
And most people come from this area.
Okay. And this is the capital city.
Yes, it's in the capital. Almost more than 130 years.
Wow, 130 years.
The founder is called Menelik II. He's a black man,
Yeah.
very white. He's the first person who introduced all the modern technology to his country, Ethiopia, like telephone, the car, modern school, the water, even build a hotel. before that we don't know to receive our guests in our home. We are very happy to welcoming guests in our home. That's the privilege of being a good religious person. Always welcoming anybody from anywhere. Welcoming a person to his home. By the time of Menelik, they start to build a hotel. So,
Wow.
So, Ethiopia is never colonized. The only time we have our own calendar and alphabet. Today, our calendar is 2017, no 2025. So you are 7 years young.
Yeah. 2017 right now. Hello? Can you hear me? Yes.
Oh, thank you so much. Alright, so let's start from the beginning. So, our dear friend asking the questions about the Ark of the Covenant. This is found in Ethiopia. What's your evidence to believe it existing in Ethiopia? So the story started from the Queen of Sheba and King Solomon. So our Queen of Sheba, get the information about the wisdom of King Solomon. So because of with the help of those merchants, she have a chance to visit King Solomon, and finally she get a baby from the King Solomon, and the son is called Menelik the First. At the age of 23, her son turning back to Jerusalem, visit his family, his father. But the people by the time was afraid he took the throne. So they're complaining about the son of King Solomon. So finally, okay, he's my son. So contribute all your son, the first one, so they can scout him, take him back to his country. But he must have what his father having. The one is the Ark of the Covenant. He just allow him to take only the copy of the Ark of the Covenant. But the one who knows the original one, unknowing way, they took it the original to Ethiopia. Even the king way they don't know. So once he just left the border of Israel, Jerusalem, then something is tender is coming, and then they say, what's going on? Just check the Ark of the Covenant. So finally they didn't get that. But they never reached them. They never catch them. Then this Ark of the Covenant, once it arrived in Ethiopia, they just throw it in different places, different monasteries, which is difficult to identify easily. And then after, our religious leader, based on the information from the Bible, they make a copy. There are very selective materials which is convenient to make a copy of the Ark of the Covenant. And nowadays, every church, Ethiopian Orthodox, they should have the copy of that Ark of the Covenant. Without this Ark of the Covenant, the church may not be active for worshiping. That's first most important. So, but this original Ark of the Covenant is guardian is only a single monk. Nobody allowed to touch it. It's put in a hidden area. We believe that's found in Aksum. I never seen it.
All right, my people. Hopefully you enjoyed that ride into Ethiopia, into Addis Ababa. We're getting here, arriving at the Radisson and checking into our hotel. So our team takes care of all of that. You just pass forward your passport. They handle all that information with the front desk so that you can relax, have yourself a beverage, and enjoy. This is just outside of the hotel, just looking down the street, getting a feel for the city, getting a feel for the people. I'm looking forward to getting outside a little bit here later to go have some dinner. This is walking into the hotel again. We're staying at the Radisson Blu there in Addis Ababa. Gonna have a good time, a good experience, and get ready for the launching point of our trip. So I'm really excited to get in and see and meet everyone as we gear up for this adventure of a lifetime there in Ethiopia. I can already say this trip is a bit different from any that we've taken with the Sankofa Experiences, but it's one that we're definitely looking forward to. So after I got my room and got all that information down and, got my room number and where to eat and all of that, I headed upstairs to my room, getting ready to enjoy the adventures ahead. Moving into the room here, I'll give you a chance to see everything. Of course, it's just a basic room. All right, I forgot I got a nice little gift there from one of the travelers. It's reminding me to read that book, The Grift. But that's me walking into the room. I'll give you a nice little overview of it. You can see it here, just a single room, desk, seating area, got all of that information. Big queen size bed, got a desk to do a little bit of work, television, seating area, bar area for the coffee. There is a refrigerator down here for any beverages or any food that you want to store. You got a nice closet here as well. Open the doors, ironing board, everything is ready for you right here inside of the room. And of course, you got your safe. And then I'll pivot around and show you the bathroom, which you have a standalone shower and tub area. If you want to wash away the day, this is the standing shower area, and then the toilet area. What's up, good people? Hey, I appreciate you if you lasted this long watching the video. Joining me, I am in my hotel room putting this together, literally at my desk at the computer, getting ready to go to dinner, a little welcome dinner, meeting up with my man Jay. We're gonna have a good conversation and start to build and get ready for this wonderful trip. Today we didn't have much planned. It was just really a rest day, right? Because it's a long flight, 13 hours on the flight, direct from Dulles Airport in Washington, D.C. Some other people flew in direct from other areas. Some people had layovers. It could be up to about 20 hours, just depending on, depending on your flight schedule, where you're coming from and all that good stuff. But I definitely enjoyed the direct trip. Ethiopian Air was straight. I talked about it a little bit in the video. But I'm going to go ahead and cut this off so I can get it up and release. Maybe I'll share a little bit of dinner as well. I'll come back and add a little short or something like that to it. But I appreciate you joining me on this journey going to Ethiopia for the first time as we stay busy making our ancestors proud. and enjoying the scene, enjoying the food, getting ready to meet up with some great people. And one thing that I really enjoy right now already is the hospitality. But I can tell you this is already a very different trip than any of our Sankofa experiences here at Urban Intellectuals, being that this is the first time in Ethiopia that we're going. But there are heavy religious overtones to this discussion here in Ethiopia. It's the birthplace of Christianity, supposedly the birthplace of Jesus, and all of that, but it's still evident in the conversation and the questions that are coming from the people on the bus that are already officially. Day one starts tomorrow. We'll meet up tomorrow, but today's a rest day. I don't know how I'm going. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm pretty wiped. This time difference is like an 8-hour time zone change for me. I didn't really get a lot of good sleep on the plane. I left about 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I landed at about midnight, our Eastern Standard Time, but it was 7 a.m. here, right? So I didn't really get a lot of sleep, on and off for 20 minutes, watched a couple of movies and all that good stuff. But overall, it was a good flight. I wish I would have did the first class or the business class, just because, I just like the service up there. But it was good. It was good to have that experience. I shared the images of kind of what it looked like a little bit on the plane. You don't have to fly Ethiopian Air. It was just a pretty good deal and a direct flight, right? So I really appreciated that. The food was solid. Nothing to write home about. It was edible. The wine was good. I definitely going to enjoy myself on some international excursions. But hey, stick around. We're here for till next Friday, right? So it's going to be a very good trip. A lot of great information coming out of this. I'm really excited to share this journey with you. If you have any questions, drop them down in the comments. I'll come back periodically. One thing that I can say, I'm disappointed in T-Mobile. Get your life together. I've been traveling the planet, and T-Mobile has been wonderful with our international plan, but it's not available in Ethiopia. So I don't have cell signals here in Ethiopia until I get to a Wi-Fi spot, which is usually the hotel or the restaurants that we eat in. So I'll be checking in here and there. It might be a little sporadic after today, but it's all good. Good people. We are here live in Ethiopia. The only thing missing is you. Until next time, good people, you know what it is. Love, peace, and power to the people.
Urban intellectuals, yeah. Check. In a world that's unjust, I'm screaming, we love us. Equipped with knowledge, we are dangerous. In a world that's unjust, I'm screaming, we love us. Equipped with knowledge, we are dangerous. Yo, you got the power in the palm of your hands. I mean, literally, 52 flashcards, all about black history. They focus on success and less about misery. Information is the missing piece. Are you familiar with Black Wall Street or the Haitian Revolution? How about Angela Davis or Huey Newton? Mark Dean helped create IBM. Richard Wright was a poet. Have you ever heard of him? Get familiar with your culture. Women like Evelyn Granville probably paid the way for Oprah. Trying to be fly like Miss Bessie Coleman or like James Baldwin. I could be a spokesman. Man, the power of the black fist. What you know about the '68 Olympics? Dick Gregory, yeah, he kept it realer than most. Dr. King was instilling the hope. Let's keep it going.
Open your eyes.